Welcome back to the Burnout with yours truly. I know we've been off for a while, and everybody needs to take some time off and let things play itself out. But we back now. We gonna be putting it out like we did before every week. We gonna do it like we do it every time we start a show. We're gonna give you a quote of the day. The quote of the day is: never allow somebody to build you up because they know exactly how to tear you down. And that speaks for itself. I don't need no validation. Don't allow people to, like the quote said, build you up. Because if they know how to build you up brick by brick, they know how to tear you down brick by brick. Today it's gonna be a short today, but it's something that I want to get off my chest, and I'm probably going to piss a lot of people off, and I really don't care, because it's something that needs to be said. I usually stay away from Trump because he's not worth my time, and I usually don't focus and pay attention to nothing he's saying because he's a habitual liar, and there's a lot of evidence to prove that. But what really caught my attention and really got me to do something today is this last post he did when he had Michelle and Barack Obama as monkeys. And I'm amazed as how many white and black people try to come to his defense to try to justify this BS. This dude has showed you who he was time and time again. He's not hid that he's a racist. He's not hid that he operates in misogyny. He's not hid that he's a narcissist. He's not hid that he's xenophobic. And there's record that he is a pedophile. He's not hidden any of these things from y'all. And I'm just amazed that y'all still support this clown. To me, if you know this person has all these qualities and you still support him, it's because you have all those qualities. You are a racist. You are a narcissist. You are a misogynist. You are a pedophile. You are xenophobic. You demonstrate in all those qualities that he demonstrates in because you support him. If I'm not supporting the Klan, I don't go to the Klan meetings. If I'm not a racist, I don't support a racist. I don't support a racist person. I ain't the smartest person in the world, but I'm far from the dumbest one. And some of y'all that support him, that still support him, are some of the most ignorant people I've ever seen. I'm not going to even call you naive, because you're not naive. You're just stupid. You're just dumb beyond comprehension. A friend of mine named Chris White always tell me when we out on the road, he said, you can't fix stupid. I believe that. You can't fix stupid. My question to y'all Trump supporters: when is enough enough? Where do you draw the line at with this clown? At what point do you say, I'm done with it. I just can't deal with this no more? How much does he have to do? And what does he have to do to get you to open your eyes? Because I've read an article. A woman said he can rape me and my daughter and I still won't lose support from him. Another man said he's the urban day Hitler and I still support him. Y'all are fools. Every one of y'all are just fools. There's no other explanation I can give except you are just a blatant racist. There's no way, no politician, I don't care if it was Obama, Clinton, Bush, whoever, I'm going to support you if you practice in ideology that I do not practice in. And that's just the bottom line. Y'all can't be this stupid. You're proving me wrong now. You're definitely proving me wrong. But I'm just curious, how do you vote against somebody who's taking everything you need away from you? And then you make excuses up. You all hear these dumbass excuses out here. The grocery price is going down. You're a lie. No, they're not. Gas is cheap. He has nothing to do with the gas prices. The tariffs are working. Yeah, they're working against you. Yeah, y'all are the most. But he did say this in Trump's defense. He said, "I love the poorly educated," basically because they're the easy people to manipulate and to fool. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's not even, y'all MAGA. He doesn't even have to lie anymore. If he had any sense, he don't have to lie because nothing he can do is going to deter you from voting for him. There's nothing he can do that's going to deter you from supporting him. And I hear everybody saying, "Well, I support him because of his policies." No, you don't, because you can't name one policy he's done made. You can't give me one policy. You can't say I support him because it's morals. He doesn't have any. So once I eliminate those two factors, where did that leave you? You support. Now, I want you to wrap your. If you Trump supporters and MAGA can understand what I'm saying, if you can wrap your feeble mind around this, I just want you to do this. And this goes for black and white, because we got some ignorant black people who still show support for him. I see them on social media all the time just making a damn fool out of themselves, trying to dance for the man. I don't know if you're trying to get views. I don't know if you're trying to get likes. I don't know what you're trying to do. But I don't know what you're trying to do, but I know what you're doing. You're making an ass out of yourself. That's what you're making out of yourself. Wrap your mind around this notion. How you saying you don't support the Klan, but you vote the same way the Klan voted? You vote the same way the Proud Boys, which is the same thing as the Klan. Have you noticed the Proud Boys haven't been heard of for a while? You want to know why? Because they're ICE agents. Duh. That's just common sense. At some point, you're going to have to give an account for the buffoonery, the stupidity that you did. And I'm proud to say, I really don't care what happens to you. Because anybody that discriminates against a group just because they don't speak your language, just because they don't look like you are a racist. And don't come with me with this I'm a Christian. No, you're not. You're the Father's son. You can't be a Christian when you're going against everything that Jesus stands for. So you can't be a Christian. You can hang that up. I don't even know where you get that lie from. You can't say, this is my thing. Why are you going to church? You might well not even go to church at this point, because it serves absolutely zero purpose. There are more people that don't go to church that are better people than those that go. Just because you sit on the front row and throw your hands up and hallelujah, and then you get out here and then you showing prejudice against a certain group, you voided out all that church business. Because going to church doesn't prove anything. That just means you went. Because evidently you're not learning anything. There's nothing in that church that you have picked up or being taught to you that equates to what your lifestyle. Because once you get out and once you leave church, you the same hypocrite, you the same bigot that's sitting up here saying, I want ICE to do this, I want ICE to do that. Look, this is what y'all gotta understand. Once they get through with them, who do you think they coming after next? Y'all feeble mind can't wrap your intelligence is so low you can't wrap your mind of understanding that they're coming for you next. Just because you're a black Republican, you think you're immune? You think you will be accepted just because you say I'm a Trump supporter? You're not accepted. What you're doing, you're an accepted fool. And you're going to get treated as such. They're never going to accept your dumb behind. And I don't know why y'all in y'all mind you think they will. This dude shows no accountability. He put that picture out there knowing, or that video knowing that he put the Michelle and Barack Obama face on a monkey or an ape, whichever one you call it. body, and then he gonna say he didn't see it. You bull crap. He's seen it. Then he wants to blame everybody in the White House, blaming an assistant did it. No, they didn't. That assistant did not go on your personal social media page and put that on there. Now your mega side partners will believe that because they don't have any sense. Their mind is so toasted, it doesn't even make any sense anymore. So they will believe that. But the average person is not going to believe that. That was the most racist thing that he could have done. And it's like, and to me, it's like he keep doing this just to see how far he can go. Because he realized he won't lose any support because half of y'all are racist too. Just because you shake black people's hand, just because you associate with black people, does not mean you're not a racist. That means you're a good actor. That's all it means to me. So you can cut all the other foolishness out because nobody buy it. I'm not buying it, and nobody with any common sense should buy it. The dude is a racist. He's made it perfectly clear he's a racist. The reason the Republicans in the House have no problem with it, the reason the Republicans in the Senate have no problem with it, because he talks the way they want to talk, but they can't talk it. So they live precariously through him. That's why they don't say anything. When Tim Scott, which is the biggest coon out there, and the only black senator, comes out and has to say something, there's something wrong with that. Y'all can try to justify it like the press secretary, dumb, stupid behind, tried to justify it. And I hate when people, knowing they effed up, instead of you showing accountability of your screw up, you want to blame it on somebody else. She's saying he did that in the Lions King. Obviously, she has no sense. She has no morals. She has no values. She has nothing. She's an empty vessel that wears a cross so everybody can see that she's a hypocrite. Take that cross out. Take the cross off and throw it away. Because you're not fooling anybody but y'all, but the mega. Mega don't care. He can tell them to jump in a lake of lava and it'll cleanse them, and them dumb people will do just that because they don't have any more sense than that. That's all the sense they got. When the government was shut down and the food stamps and stuff were cut off, when I looked at them, and I did the research, I looked at multiple videos, it was more white people who voted for him that was in those food lines. But if he's doing such a good job, you have no reason to be there. See, y'all keep fooling yourselves, and you keep believing this bull crap that he's for me. He's for him and his rich partners. He's not for you. Half y'all that voted for him, white and black, live in a shack. And if one good wind come by, it'll blow the doggone house down. But y'all still voting for somebody that's a billionaire that you think got your best interest in mind. And I honestly do not understand your comprehension and your train of thought on this. Why would a billionaire give a damn about what you're going through? Why would a billionaire care about your situation? How can a person who's never been broke tell you how it feels to be broke? How does a person who never went in a grocery store and barely had enough to get the few items you need tell you how expensive groceries is when he probably never stepped a foot in a grocery store in his life? He's been babied with a silver spoon in his mouth from day one. And just because he sold y'all a bunch of lies, this what he did. He found out what you dislike the most. Once he found out that, you and him are on common ground. So now he found out that you don't like immigrants. You don't like this. So then he ran off that. And y'all fed into it like a hog with slop. And you die. Yeah, we don't need them. They taking our jobs. What job have they took from you? None. There's not one job that any immigrant or any person from another country has took from you. They do the jobs that we don't want to do. Then they saying, well, ICE is going around picking them up. Where are they picking them up from? Work. I tell you what, if ICE want to cut down on crime, as bad as they claim it is, if that's what they think, send them to Compton. Send them to these places where gang members live at. Send them in those areas. You're not sending them there. You know why you're not sending them there? Because those people have guns too and they can shoot back. You want to go on these, you want to go to people who can't and won't defend themselves. Like the woman that got shot. Well, they tried to run over him. He had internal injuries. I seen that video. How many lies can y'all tell? So you telling me not to believe what I see, but believe what you telling me. Then the man that got killed, who had a camera in his hand, that y'all had him down on the ground, and you shot him 10 times while he was on the ground, and you had his gun, and you say your life is in danger. Explain to me how your life is in danger when you have his weapon, you have him subdued on the ground. How is your life in danger at that point? But they tell y'all this is what happened. And instead of y'all MAGA and y'all diehard Trump supporters looking at the video yourself and coming up with your own conclusion, you're willing to accept the conclusion that they give you, which makes me believe that you are nothing but a puppet and you are nothing but something to be used and thrown away at the end of the day. Y'all are the dumbest people I've ever seen in my life. I've seen some ignorant ass people before, but y'all Trump supporters and y'all MAGA are some of the dumbest people I've seen. Now, the difference between MAGA and Trump supporter is very different. A Trump supporter that Trump turned on will leave him. And they'll come out and say, I made a mistake, I shouldn't have did this, I shouldn't have did it. MAGA is not going to leave him no matter what he does. Doesn't matter. He could rape their kids, like the woman said on the video, and they still would support him. That shows you how deranged these people are. Half of them don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of, but you're still supporting a man that has more money than you will ever have in your entire life. You're still believing that grocery prices are down. You're still believing that the economy is booming. It is booming, not for you. If you want to know if you fit in the Trump world, go look at your bank account. If your bank account says insufficient funds, if your bank account says I'm living from paycheck to paycheck, if you don't have 6-7 figures in your bank account, then his world is not for you. And I thought y'all had enough sense to understand that, but obviously you do not. Half of y'all are not, y'all living beyond paycheck to paycheck. You living from think to wish. And then you want to sit here and support a man who's telling you, I didn't slap your daughter, and you sat there watching slapping, and you said, yeah, it could have been somebody else. Y'all are deranged. Y'all are, and don't get me on these black Trump supporters. I'm trying not to get on them, because y'all are some of the dumbest ass people I've ever seen. This dude do racial episodes every single day, and y'all still are sitting up there kissing his ass like you a bona fide bootlicker. Then they say, well, he got black friends. Slave, he should. This is like a racist man that's shaking black people. Slave owners did the same thing. Did that mean they weren't racist? They had sex with the black slave women. Does that mean he wasn't racist? Y'all are some of the quickest people to come up with excuses for people who do not need them. Malcolm X said this. He said, if you're not careful, and I'm quoting this, not exactly like he said it, but you'll get it. He said, if you're not careful, the media will have you defending the oppressor and blaming the oppressed. And that's exactly what they're doing. You defending Trump and then you blaming the average person. And y'all are some of the ignorant people I've ever seen. The man put Barack Obama and his wife on a body of a monkey, which everybody knows black people have been compared to monkeys. It's not even close to saying that that's racist. Now everybody knows it's racist. Why is it that more white people are coming against Trump and a lot of black people I see are making excuses up front? Well, how much are they paying y'all to do this? How much are they paying you for your dignity? How much are they paying you for your self-respect? Because evidently, you can be bought. That's evidently, you can be bought. because I see it on social media all the time. You up there trying to impress somebody, thinking they're going to accept your stupid mind. They're not going to accept you. They wanted your vote. They could care less about you. Once they got your vote, you're no good to them. So, that's all I got to say today. But if you still support this clown, after everything he said, after everything he's done, you're a pathetic, disgusting human being. That's all I can say. You're disgusting. I don't want to be your friend. I'm not going to be your friend. We ain't got no conversation. There's no point in you telling me, hey, if you come up here with me with a mega hat on, you might as well walk by me like you don't see me, because I'm going to do the same to you. Me and you ain't got no conversation because we don't have anything to talk about, because we are not on common ground. There's nothing that you can say that's going to convince me to hold a conversation with you. Not only do I'm not going to hold a conversation with you, I'm not going to even speak to you. You're not going to get a hello, you're not going to get a hey, you're not going to get bye, you're not going to get nothing. Because me and you cannot have a conversation. I told a friend of mine this and they looked at me crazy. I said, a Trump supporter can't step a foot in my house. Point blank. I don't care what they tell me. You can say I'm wrong. You can say this and that, this and that. If I don't support something, if I don't support racism, if I don't support misogyny, if I don't support narcissism, if I don't support being a xenophobic, if I don't support a pedophile, and if you support that, you can't step a foot in my house, because me and you we ain't got nothing to talk about. Our conversation is over with. Bottom line. That's how it's gotta be. Hey, but that's all I have for you today. We'll be back next week, same time, same place on the Burnout. And remember, always flame up, never burn out. Hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think. If you think there's a topic that I missed, bring it to my attention, and then we'll definitely get on it. But until then, you the two fingers. Peace.